5 women's perfumes that always put me in a chokehold. All of these are so incredibly sexy. They're so alluring. They're entrancing. They will really put you in that frame of mind of, oh my goodness, who is this woman? I need to get to know her better. I need to figure her out. I need to get myself involved into her life in some way, shape, or form. These are just so incredibly beguiling and arresting, and there's just something that is really addictive about all 5 of these. I'm telling you, if you wear any of these 5, you will be that girl, right? As soon as you walk into the room, everybody knows what they're dealing with, but people are so eager to get to know you better. And I just personally love all 5 of these fragrances. But listen, before I dive into the video, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and please give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really, really mean a lot to me. And so, these are 5 recommendations, and they kind of run the gamut. So we have some Middle Eastern brands, some commercial designer brands. We have a niche brand being showcased in this list. So there's a nice variety, a little bit of everything for everybody. So of course, it depends on your personal taste and your budget and, what the accessibility situation looks like in your area, where you can potentially go shopping. I think a lot of us potentially do our shopping online, and so we're looking for a good deal. Or if you do have the ability to walk into a major department store, there's at least 3 perfumes from this list that you can discover there. So the first one that I want to talk about is Valentino Born in Roma Intense. And let me tell you something, all of the Born in Romas are phenomenal. Extra Dose, the pink PP version, Green Stravaganza. The original is very versatile. I would recommend it for the office just every single day, but this is such an amazing fragrance. And of course, with the Intense version, the vanilla has been amplified, which means the sensuality and the romance has been amplified as well. So this is basically a sweet floral offering from the brand, and it is so amazing. I also really love the Extra Dose version, which almost has like this booziness of rum in it. So it's sweet. It borrows the DNA of the original, but it creates this like spicy, mysterious aspect to it. That one has me in a chokehold as well. But there's something about the Intense version that I think is so mesmerizing. Now, of course, if you want to convey that sexy vibe, if you want something with a bit of a playful nature to it, I think sweetness is something that you must have in your fragrances. There's only 1 fragrance in this list, or 2 actually, that I would say are not too sweet, although you will see some sweeter elements in them, but I'm going to go ahead and reveal what they are in due time, but there's just something about this one. So this is a very commercial, mass appealing DNA. And of course, you can find this in like Macy's, Sephora, Ulta. Most major department stores are going to have Valentino perfumes. There's just something about this one. And of course, if you like the Valentino Born in Roma DNA, there's also an affordable option by Okja called Love in Rome. Definitely check that one out as well. Now, there's another perfume in here that I really can't get enough of. I truly love the original Yara by Lattafa, and I think this one is so confident, so sexy. It's a bit youthful, and it definitely has like this creamy coconut, peach, white floral type of a vibe happening, but there's something about Yara candy that definitely puts me in a chokehold. It is sexy, it is alluring, it's playful, and it's definitely worn by that girl that I want to get to know better. If you're wearing this one and you walk into the room, I'm like, I need to ask her a few questions. I need to see what she's all about. And of course, this is one that will pique the curiosity, the scented curiosity of those around you. Yara candy is phenomenal. So this is a sweet, slightly floral leaning strawberry-based perfume. And I know this is something I mentioned in other videos. Strawberry and raspberry and berries in general are becoming quite ubiquitous. A lot of perfumes are doing something with it, whether that be Burberry Her, which has the strawberry. There's also Burberry Her Elixir. There's been a new flanker to it, La Vie est Belle, L'Elixir. And it seems like a lot of the Elixir flankers are utilizing a berry note, whether that be strawberry or whatever. But this is a sexy strawberry fragrance with a heaping dose of vanilla in the dry down, but it's not super duper gourmand. So if you're looking for a tinge of sweetness, but you don't want it to be overdone, that's one that I would recommend. Look, I also really have to talk about Chinatown by Bond No. 9. Now, this is such a beautiful contrast of notes. You're going to get the gorgeous tuberose that is in here, and it just comes across so fulfilling, so beautiful, so sexy. But at the same time, you have the spiciness of cardamom, which almost creates like this exotic appeal. And this is such a masterpiece. I mean, Bond No. 9 really knocked it out of the park with this one. If you're a lady, there's a lot of gorgeous fragrances from the brand that I would recommend. Of course, I also really love Central Park West if you're a fan of that clean white floral gardenia vibe, but there's just something about Chinatown with that combination of the tuberose, which is very full and fulfilling, and also that hint of cardamom in the opening. It is so arresting. It is absolutely to die for. But it also conveys I wouldn't say opulence, but it conveys refinement and sophistication. And so Yara Candy is very youthful, playful, like you're not taking life too seriously. You're here to have fun and you're unapologetic about it. This one is like, no, I'm sorry, I'm independent. I call all of the shots, but I'm still sexy. So I think it's all going to be contingent upon your personality. Which one of these do you personally feel you're most in alignment with? But there's definitely something about Chinatown that it has longevity as far as my heart and my personal preferences are concerned. I've loved this one for such a long time. Now, if we're talking sexy, there's a brand new fragrance, and it's the Eau de Parfum Intense flanker of this fragrance. And it came out recently. And it is by Dolce & Gabbana, and it's the Devotion Eau de Parfum Intense. So this one takes that Devotion DNA, but it amplifies the vanilla, right? So it makes it sweeter. So you have like this orange blossom, sort of a lemony, super sweet thing happening in here. This is so unforgettable. Like you smell this perfume and you're like, oh yeah, that's Devotion. And I love what they did with this. You know, my qualm is I'm not the biggest fan of Q. And Q is this, what is it even? Cherry? I think they're marketing it as a cherry perfume, and it's like, where's the cherry, right? Especially when you compare it to perfumes like Cherry Punk by Room 1015 or Lost Cherry by Tom Ford or even Electric Cherry by Tom Ford. And Q like doesn't last at all. Now, they did something right with Devotion. Who's the perfumer? Olivier Cresp, I think. He is a phenomenal perfumer, right? He's so amazing. He's so good at what he does. There's just something about this fragrance, the orange blossom, the sweetness. And I know Lattafa has their version of it, which is called Victoria, brand new, just came out. And in the note breakdown, they basically copied this formula, but they're saying it contains a lemon meringue pie accord. The same thing can be said about this one. So this is very youthful and playful, super sexy, but at the same time, it has like this casual nature about it, but this is more for the evening. So you want to wear the original Devotion in the daytime and then the Devotion Eau de Parfum Intense in the evening, and it is amazing. It is so, so, so good. Let me talk to you about the perfume that I put in the number one spot. And anything that this brand puts out is chef's kiss. I love the original. I have the Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Toilette is going to be a little bit more diffusive. And then there's the Fleur Musc flanker, which I am so in love with. And then there's also the Fleur Musc Rose, which is also exceptionally well done. I just love everything that this brand puts out. They can do no wrong in my eyes. But this is the Eau de Toilette that I'm about to show you. And if you're a lady watching this video, chances are you already know what perfume I'm alluding to. But this is none other than Narciso Rodriguez For Her. If you're looking for a modern, contemporary, rose-based perfume, and I'm talking about rose and patchouli, the patchouli is not antique or classic spelling in any way, but it definitely anchors the composition and gives it incredible longevity. Now, the Eau de Parfum, which is housed in the pink bottle with the black text, That one's going to last a little bit longer, but the diffusiveness of the eau de toilette is going to get you noticed, right? So you can opt for the pink bottle, which is the eau de parfum. That one's going to give you better longevity, but this one is going to get you noticed. When I say sexy, I'm talking about a modern version of, and have you ever tried Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel? You know, that one is rose and patchouli as well, but a lot of people have sort of abandoned Coco Mademoiselle in favor or in place of something like Chanel's Allure or Chance, and my personal favorite, Chance Eau Tendre, which is a hyacinth perfume. And then even that one has a new flanker with raspberry in it. Surprise, surprise. But there's just something about this one. It still has the class, the elegance, the sexiness, but it also has the modernity. And anything from this brand is going to be so beautiful. Definitely one of my favorites. If you're a lady wearing this one, you will definitely put me in a chokehold. This is absolutely amazing marriage material. So, hey, thank you so much for joining me. Just 5 of my favorite women's perfumes, and it's running the gamut here. So we have some really affordable options. We have some high-end niche options. We have some super commercial options, and then we have some more under the radar options, but there's still a lot of women who wear Narciso Rodriguez, and for good reason. I want to let you know that you smell amazing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me today, and I sincerely hope that you took something of value from today's episode. And of course, if you did, please do consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode.